Hello and welcome to the Super Terb Podcast with your host, Michael Turbot, your local real estate expert, where we'll talk real estate, sports, business, and beer in the Triangle. And now, here's your host, Michael Turbot.
And welcome to the Super Terb Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Turbot, your local real estate expert of the Triangle, aka Super Terb, aka Coach Terb. And I can't thank you enough for joining me on my podcast. For those that are joining me for the first time, I started this podcast to highlight real estate, local businesses, sports, and beer in the Triangle. Most importantly, giving you some real estate tips, as well as highlighting local business owners, entrepreneurs, what they do, what motivates them. So I'm so excited about this episode and the guest that I have for you today, Amy Banfer. She is actually a really good friend, past client, and lead trainer for Camp Gladiator here in the Triangle or the Raleigh area. She also helps out running and assisting the Charlotte area. For those that don't know, Camp Gladiator is a boot camp that is mostly all outside. All you need are some weights, a mat, and a bottle of water. So I can't wait to talk more about what drives her and what her ambitions are with Camp Gladiator. So we will be talking to her shortly. But first, your real estate tip. Okay, so we are in December, and we do get the calls. For many people, they are wanting to wait till the new year to get their homes listed. We have the holidays upon us. It's getting colder. Some people want to wait for the yard to get a little more green, to warm up, and get their home live early next year or the spring. So people are always asking me, what are some things that you can do to start preparing your home to list in the new year? And I tell everybody, really no particular time of the year and really no particular order. There's a top 3 that you would like to do, and that is declutter. For a lot of us, that's the biggest thing. We need to declutter, make our home feel larger. When have it show ready, make it feel larger to the buyers that are looking at the property. The next is to paint, freshen up those paint colors. And lastly, carpet. It's amazing what new carpet can do along with some fresh paint when you list your home. Buyers are so visual. They're turnkey. They want to move in. So some things that you can do ahead of time that buyers don't have to worry about after they move in will help you get top dollar. And saying all that, if you would at all would like for us to come out, I have great vendors that I work with to help show you what we can do to get your home ready and get you guys listed beginning of next year to get max value. You know I'd be happy to do so. So please reach out to me. Then my sports topic today. For many that are watching, obviously COVID-19, we're still in the mix. Still at a very high level of COVID-19. If anything, it seems like it's hitting a new level every day. And as many of you know, I was a college basketball coach prior to getting into real estate. And it's really challenging to watch basketball right now. I don't know if they're going to make it into the new year. I know they're trying to do everything that they can. It's a little different from football. College football's been playing. But I feel like with college football, you're playing outside. Yes, you have more people. But the broadcast of it, I'm talking as a fan's perspective here right now, then talk about some safety. But as a fan's perspective, they can do the TV shots to where you really don't see the crowd. And then the TV, the audio, they do a good job of pumping in some crowd noise. So as you're watching as a fan, it feels normal. Obviously, if you're in the stands, it probably doesn't feel that way. It's quiet. But basketball is just different. I like Duke. I'm a big Duke fan. And I watched in the last couple nights, one, they have such a great home court advantage when they're in the Cameron Indoor Stadium with the Cameron Crazies, and they're gone. And they put some tarps over the bleachers, and it's just quiet. It's just a different feel. I don't know what State in North Carolina, Wake Forest, other ACC schools are going to do with their fans, but I know Duke's not going to have fans the rest of the year. But at the same time with COVID, it's really challenging with these student athletes. The games are being canceled. There's no uncertainty. They have to be tested every day. They're going to be asked to stay on campus through the holidays, not see family. So I just don't know what the rush was with college basketball. And I feel like we may see a pause because I think there was 4 or 5 games canceled alone yesterday before I made this podcast. And basketball has at least a little bit of a luxury as far as time because they could push this into early next year, even the spring to play and finish by May. So it's going to be interesting to see how COVID affects the college basketball season, as well as obviously all around us. So we'll see how all that plays out. But I'm going to take a quick break. And on the other side, I cannot wait to introduce you again to Amy Banfer with Camp Gladiator. Stay tuned.
Whether you're buying, selling, or investing in the Triangle, Michael Turbot with the Ida Turbot Group, Coldwell Banker HPW, will put you in position to win. With almost 15 years of real estate experience, Michael and his team will help navigate you through the real estate transaction from beginning to end, always putting your best interest first. In today's competitive real estate market, now more than ever, selecting the real estate professional to assist you with your biggest investment is vital. Please contact Michael Turbot today to find out more on what he and his team do to separate themselves from the rest and help you accomplish your real estate goals. Remember, who you work with matters, and Michael looks forward to hearing from you soon.
And welcome back to the Super Terb Podcast. I can't be more excited about my next guest, Amy Banfer of Camp Gladiator. I've known Amy now, I would say 5 years, 4 or 5 years. We'll talk more about that here shortly. But Camp Gladiator, just so you guys know, has been a big part of my life as far as training, working out, trying to stay in shape. They're awesome, and they have a huge presence in the Raleigh-Durham area, the Triangle, as well as throughout the country. So I'm excited to hear Amy, her story, and what she does for CG. So, Amy, welcome.
Thank you, Terb. I'm happy to be here.
I'm fired up to have you. So before we get started, I want you to tell everybody listening where you're from, where you went to school, and how you got into CG.
Okay. So I'm originally from Elkridge, Maryland, and that's about 20 minutes south of Baltimore. Born and raised there. For college, I went to East Carolina University. That's what brought me to North Carolina. And I got a degree as a health fitness specialist. And from there, I got a job as a fitness specialist at the Hilton Head Weight Loss and Resort Spa back in 2009. Well, actually, I was an intern there in 2009, and then eventually became a group exercise coordinator at Prestonwood Country Club in Cary. And loved that position, but I wanted more. So in 2013, I left that and then started and partnered with Camp Gladiator in 2014. And I've been with them ever since.
That is awesome. So you've always been in fitness then, or you always wanted to be in the fitness teaching, profession?
Correct. I have to say, as a child, my mom really inspired movement and physical fitness my whole life. She has my brother and I in every different sport you could possibly imagine. And she was also very active. So she would always have us doing 5Ks with her, going for walks, runs, workouts all the time. So she had us moving. And I will say, when I went to college, I actually wanted to be a graphic design major. And then she really kind of pushed me to do more fitness and helping others through exercise. And that's how that kind of shifted, because I'd done it my whole life. I was super passionate about it. And that's what kind of changed my sophomore year of college, is when I changed into fitness. And I have to really give it to my mom, because she instilled that in me. And that's the reason I'm doing this today, is because of her.
That is awesome.
So kudos to mama.
Yeah, that's big time. So you said East Carolina. What took you to ECU? Did you know someone there? Did they have a program there for fitness, or what made you?
Great question. I wanted to go somewhere outside of Maryland. And back then, to go to school in state was more expensive than to go to school out of state. So East Carolina was cheaper, and I just loved it being down south, being in a new state that I'd never really been in before. I also have family that lives in Raleigh, North Carolina, and so I was still kind of close to family as well, and that's what brought me to East Carolina.
Fantastic. All right, so Camp Gladiator, I can tell you right now, I remember when Camp Gladiator came into the Raleigh area, I believe. I joined in April of 14, which is hard to believe. And I remember when it arrived, and I know Katie Carmichael, who was a good friend of mine as well. She was a trainer, and I remember all of our wives were doing CG. And the perception was, all you need is a mat and dumbbells and water. That's not tough. We don't need any of that. And I remember going out on my first workout. Dave Carmichael took me, and Katie trained us. And needless to say, I was probably about 30 pounds heavier at the time, and I needed to start working out. And Dave was like, "Just come work out with me one time." I owed him money, actually. Fun story. We took our sons to the monster truck show or something. I owed him for tickets, so he's like, "Just sign up for a month." I said, "Okay." I go and we do our workout, and 5 minutes in, we did a fit test. Never knew what that was about. And first time I learned about shoulder taps and penguin abs. And after the 5 minutes, I thought we were done. I started packing up, and Katie goes, "We got 45 more minutes." And since that moment, though, it bit me. It's awesome. And so in saying all that, tell everyone more about Camp Gladiator, because I remember when I started, there was probably only a few locations, and it's amazing. So tell everybody kind of where it started, as far as maybe how many you had 5 years ago to today, because the explosion has been awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I got to go where the birth of Camp Gladiator happened. So back in 2008 is when Camp Gladiator started, and that was in Austin. Actually, that was in Dallas, Texas, and that was our founder, Allie Davidson. She tried out for American Gladiators, and she made the audition. She ended up winning the whole thing. She took the earnings and started Camp Gladiator in Dallas.
Wow.
And, fast forward to 2020, and we're now let's fast forward to February 2020. We were in 8 states. We had probably about 3,500 locations, just under 1,000 trainers that are partnered within Camp Gladiator, leading outdoor workouts. And because of everything that's happened in 2020, we had to obviously convert to virtual. And so instead of closing any of our locations, we actually took all of our location time. So all the times that we were running outside, we converted them through Zoom. And we did Zoom for 6 weeks and kept everybody still moving and grooving. We didn't cancel a single thing. And then because of that, though, we were able to open it up to the world. And after the 6 weeks, obviously people that do not live in a Camp Gladiator state wanted to continue. And so we have a phenomenal tech team, a phenomenal headquarters team that basically birthed our virtual side of Camp Gladiator now. And because of that, we're in all 50 states and we're in 11 countries. And it's wild to think that happened in a matter of a couple months.
It's amazing.
And it's wild. It's wild. And I'm super proud to be a part of Camp Gladiator. And here in the North Carolina area, we have around 250 locations. And when I say locations, I'm referring to outdoors now. But the goal is we believe group fitness should be available to everyone. And we price it accordingly so it's not overly expensive, and that way it's, just available for any and everybody. Because our goal is to positively impact the physical fitness and ultimately the lives of as many people as possible. And we really can't do that with just a brick and mortar. And that's where we partner with churches, the school system, parks and rec, shopping centers, where we can offer outdoor fitness for any and everybody. So when somebody signs up for Camp Gladiator, they download the app and then they have access to all of our locations worldwide. So they can go to any of our locations outdoors, as well as they can go to any of our virtual workouts. And currently we offer virtual workouts from 4:45 a.m. all the way till 9 p.m., where you're having a workout that starts live with a certified personal trainer every 15 minutes. So it's kind of wild. Like if you think about fitness and having to drive to a gym or having to schedule your time out or hoping to, get in a class based on, hoping it doesn't get full. We don't have that. We take any and all people. Now there are limitations with outdoor right now with just COVID restrictions, but virtually, you could train at home, you could train at work, you could train while you're on vacation. So there's really no excuses. We want to take that excuse away where you really have no excuse but to move. And we want it to be something that's for all fitness levels. So we're huge on providing options. We want everybody to feel successful. And what that takes is just providing different options for different exercises. So that way everybody feels accomplished and they're having a safe and effective workout through those options. But that's kind of Camp Gladiator in a nutshell. I know that was a lot.
No, what's awesome is you covered like a couple questions in one there for people to know more about Camp Gladiator. It's awesome to see the growth of it. And just so as I can say, because I'm a gladiator, and I can talk about it. what I like about it is, as you mentioned, one, now there's no excuse, which of course I need to stop saying that so I can get on more virtual. But with COVID, I think what's so important for everybody is our mental health is so important. And I think what leads into that is physical activity and how you feel. I think you need to work out. Obviously, it helps for a lot of reasons, stress being number one.
Yeah.
And it seems with COVID, you guys, no one saw it coming, but you took it and responded, and now have made it even better for people to get their workouts in and feel safe. If they don't want to go to an outdoor workout, they don't want to go to a gym, they have it right there in their family room, their garage, what have you. But to speak on the location, just so people are aware, if you're in the Raleigh area, even Charlotte, the local triangle, you can pick with your membership. You don't have to go to one particular spot. You can go to different locations. Maybe you have a location closer to your home, one closer to work. I go to Charlotte a lot when the Panthers are playing. I've gone to workouts in Charlotte. I know other friends of mine that are in CG that when they go to Florida, Texas, other states, you can work out everywhere, which is really cool. And I also like the fact that the trainers keep it. You don't do the same thing every day. And when you're there with other people, you could be someone that's on their first workout or their 1,000th, and there's no judging.
Yeah.
You need to take a break. You can take a break. You can get modified workouts. So you don't need to feel at all intimidated or insecure for being there. Everyone's there for the same goal, which is to succeed and have fun, but get healthy at the same time. So it's really awesome.
Absolutely.
So tell everybody, because if for people that may not know, so you join CG. Maybe tell them briefly, really quick, like how the workouts are broken down. For example, I know it's for people that are listening, it's a 4-week camp. So tell them more about that.
So we do a 4-week program, and then we just go through that 4 weeks over and over 10 times throughout the year. And the reason we're a 4-week program is we want it to be a progressive program. One, we want to keep you safe and effective, but also we want it to be something that provides variety where you're always engaged, like you're not getting bored. A lot of times people go to the gym and do the same workout routine over and over, and that just gets boring, mundane. We want this to be exciting, something that you look forward to coming to. And so we have a 4-week program where our week 1, the theme is endurance week, muscular endurance, cardiovascular endurance. We really just want you moving and grooving for 60 minutes. All of our workouts are 60 minutes. Week 2 is going to be strength and agility. So you're thinking heavier weighted work, less reps, some balance, stability, a lot of core work. Week 3 is going to be intervals. So that's just combining what we did week 1 and week 2 with a smaller recovery and kind of doing multi-muscle movements. And then week 4 is peak week. So it's metabolic conditioning, getting out of your comfort zone. That's where, you're kind of competing with yourself, or maybe you're, challenged by the group. You see the group going, moving and grooving. So you're not going to stop, but we want to get you out of your comfort zone. And that's really where we see change. And then we just go through those 4 weeks again and again. So you can see each and every month how you're improving, that you're getting stronger, better, and faster. And each workout as well with the 60 minutes is a full body workout. So we don't focus just on one area. You're going to have a cardio piece, and you're going to have a strength piece, and they're all going to always encompass every single muscle group.
No, it just makes it fun. And you're not going to, and then what's cool too, is you can go to different locations, try with different trainers, and every trainer kind of has their own style and wrinkle where you're getting different things, different
and that's a good point. So the other variety piece of it is because you can go all over, you're not going to get bored because you can go to different locations. You can go see a different trainer. So that way you're just not doing the same thing day in and day out. It keeps it exciting, it keeps it engaging, and it keeps you truly sticking to a workout routine.
So I know earlier in our conversation you talked about, how you got into CG and fitness. So what's your role today with CG, Amy?
So my role today, I'm an area director over North Raleigh, Wake Forest, and Knightdale area. And what that means is I just help the trainers that are in that area, that run locations in those areas. I coach them, I mentor them, I help them in any area that they need in regards to impacting more lives, program design, finding locations, any and everything. I just help them with that. And then I'm also a region director where I oversee all of the area directors, the leadership team in Charlotte. And so helping them grow more on the west side of North Carolina is my goal there. And that's kind of my position within Camp Gladiator.
Very cool. So this is a question I've been wanting to ask you as well. So what motivates you every day? Because when I see Amy, everybody, she's got her A game. It's like no days off. So what motivates you? I think I love to ask all entrepreneurs, local business owners, what motivates you, and to inspire others.
Oof, great question. So what motivates me every single day is I have the opportunity to wake up every morning and make this world a better place. Whether it's through impacting somebody's life through fitness, through kindness, through lending, being able to do something for somebody. I thrive off of that. I love that. And I'm truly passionate about helping others. So that's what motivates me every single morning. When I wake up and I'm blessed with waking up another day, my goal that day is, whose life can I impact?
That's awesome. You see that, and you get up early. So I also commend you for that. As everybody, they have like workouts at like 4:45 all the way till 6:45 at night. So it's incredible. And no, you see that. And I think that also to be a trainer and to be in the leadership role you have to bring it every day, because people that are showing up, I think the people that show up to your camp is a testament of how good you are. Because if you're not good at it, no one would come. You know what I'm saying? So that's awesome. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Do you see yourself still with CG? Do tell everybody
absolutely.
what you're thinking about, or where you see yourself, or maybe better yet, where you see CG in 5 years? Because will lead me into my next question. I only have a couple more questions for you, but tell everybody that. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
So in 5 years for Camp Gladiator, I just see us being in even more states outdoors. Like I'd love to be in all over North Carolina, like in Asheville, in Winston-Salem, in Greensboro, in Greenville, North Carolina. I'd love to be in South Carolina, Virginia, and really the sky's the limit. We have 50 states here. We're only in 8 outdoors. I'd love to continue to impact lives, because those that can't experience that outdoor piece, they're missing out. And so I hope in 5 years we're at least in South Carolina, all of North Carolina, Virginia, a little bit more on the West Coast, as well as just growing the trainer team. I truly believe, and I've been a certified personal trainer since 2006, that Camp Gladiator is the best in regards to fitness. It's the best place to have a career in the fitness industry. It's been an amazing opportunity. I think there's a lot of opportunities, and I truly believe it's a business made for trainers to truly impact lives, but also impact their own life. And I'd love to just continue growing, finding amazing personal trainers to join our team and be able to open up other locations so that we can ultimately impact more lives. That's my 5-year vision, is just to continue growing. I'm not going anywhere.
Nice.
See, I'm CG for life.
So great. A lot of people like to hear that. It's great. You led me to my next question. Is people that may be listening to this podcast, hopefully there's several million, and and that we share, is maybe there's someone out that there's a trainer right now, and maybe looking for something new, something fresh to continue their training, certified trainers, what have you. So if they want to reach out to you or to start other locations, because you mentioned other areas, maybe there's someone in Asheville right now saying, how can we get this started? What route do they take?
Well, they can contact me, and so I can say my contact information over this, or I don't know if you'll post it. But
I'll
they
do
can
both. I'll
contact
tag
me.
you, but you go ahead and let everybody know the best way to reach out to you.
They can contact me at Amy Banfer at campgladiator.com. They could also reach out to me through my phone number, as well as, I'm on social media as FitChick Amy as well.
Okay, fantastic. Because what you need to go help someone start a camp in Hawaii. That would be cool.
Yes.
That would be cool.
Yes.
So you've already said in the beginning of the podcast, you beat me to the punch, but I like it. As I have a feeling you're going to tell me who is the one person that gave you the best advice growing up. I believe that's probably your mom. It doesn't have to.
It's
but
my mommy.
Yeah, who's the person? So, and what advice was that she gave you? And is it something that you tell yourself every day?
It's definitely my mom. She truly, she has always supported my passions and to truly have a career in what I'm passionate about. So that way I wake up every morning wanting to go to work, or to be honest, waking up every morning and my work doesn't feel like work. And so she's really pushed me to go that route. And I'm extremely thankful for that because I absolutely do love what I do.
Yeah, I mean, that's so important. If you can find something you love, and that's, again, why I love interviewing business owners or, entrepreneurs or, in all different fields, because I think, it takes a lot of guts too to get out there and, there's chances are you may fail, but people get out there and do what they love to do. And again, it doesn't feel like work. So, all right, we know it's almost Christmas as we're talking. We have a New Year's resolutions for many coming up. So I know that you've already mentioned contacts. Is there going to be any New Year's specials or opportunities for people to sign up with CG in 2021?
Yes, there will be. And it's already launched. So if they want to reach out to me, I can get them registered to try out Camp Gladiator, but they can try out the whole month of January for free.
Whoa. That's good time right there. We'll make sure we share that. And
our biggest thing is we want people to come out and try us out to see if it's a good fit for them, to see if it's something that they enjoy. And so why not come out and date us? You don't have to get married. Just come out and date us, and then we'll go from there.
And I think once they start dating, they're liking. I think that's cool because there's no you can test it out before signing anything. There's no pressure. You can get a feel, and I think once people do that, it'll be great. So for many people that are looking for workouts, new workouts, and feeling safe at the same time, reach out to my friend Amy with CG Camp Gladiator. I don't think you'll regret it. It's hard to believe I've now done 725 workouts with CG. I've slowed down over the last 6 months just with work and my schedule. But there's no more excuses for me either because I've got to lose that COVID-15 as I call it. So I look forward to seeing everybody back at camp. So Amy, thank you so much for joining me on the Super Terb podcast. I can't thank you enough. It's been awesome obviously I've known you already, but to even get to hear more about what you did and what drives you.
Well, thank you again, Terb, for having me. It was an honor.
Yeah. All right, everybody, stay tuned. It's a short break coming up, and on the other side, it's going to be my local beer of the week.
Whether you're buying, selling, or investing in the Triangle, Michael Turbot with the Ida Turbot Group, Coldwell Banker HPW, will put you in position to win. With almost 15 years of real estate experience, Michael and his team will help navigate you through the real estate transaction from beginning to end, always putting your best interests first. In today's competitive real estate market, now more than ever, selecting the real estate professional to assist you with your biggest investment is vital. Please contact Michael Turbot today to find out more on what he and his team do to separate themselves from the rest and help you accomplish your real estate goals. Remember, who you work with matters, and Michael looks forward to hearing from you soon.
And welcome back to the Super Terb podcast. I hope you enjoyed that interview with Amy Banfer. It was absolutely awesome. And again, if you guys have any interest in Camp Gladiator, I'm going to be posting all of the information that you're able to contact. Go to the website, get more information on that. It's awesome, and I hope you guys try it out. So lastly, my last segment here is my local beer of the week, and I have one of my favorite beers. I know I say this almost every week, but it seems like it's my wife's favorite beer as well. And it's out of Raleigh Brewing Company, and it's called Hell Yes Ma'am. And it's very smooth, but it does pack a punch. It's a Belgian ale. It's 9.2% alcohol, so it does the title or the name of the beer does fit it well, and it's just awesome. You can get this beer in the grocery stores, Harris Teeter, other bottle shops around the area. So go check them out. Again, I'll put their contact information as well in the comments, so you can go check out their brewery. And so let's try it out. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you got to just be careful with this one. 9.2, again, packs a punch. Again, that's Hell Yes Ma'am from the Raleigh Brewing Company. So I really appreciate you guys joining me on my podcast this week. Again, if you are a local business owner in the area, would love to get on, get interviewed, tell your story, please reach out to me. I'd love to have you tell the story to me. And see what we can do to help continue to grow your business. Again, it's Michael Turbot, your local real estate expert with the Ida Turbot Group, Coldwell Banker, HPW, aka Super Terb. And remember, who you work with matters. Look forward to talking with you guys next week. And thanks for listening to the Super Terb Podcast. If you can, please leave a review and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And thanks for listening to the Super Terb Podcast. If you can, please leave a review and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it.